Hello students, this is your course on content marketing. In this video on beginning with website content, we are going to talk about optimizing website content and how you can do that as a content marketer. So let's begin by understanding why web content needs to be optimized and why exactly is there a need for you as a content marketer to be prepared for this particular process, to be prepared for this particular activity. Now, website content optimization is also commonly known as search engine optimization because in a broader sense, you optimize the content that you're putting on your website so that search engine web crawlers can easily locate your content, can easily analyze it and index it, and therefore give it an appropriate ranking and appropriate position on the search engine ranking pages. So therefore, website content optimization is commonly known as search engine optimization. However, the larger purpose behind doing this optimization is customer centric, and you do it so that your customers can find your content easily, find relevant information at the right spot, at the right location on your website, and are able to derive some value out of it. Now, the clear benefits that this optimization process offers to your website is first of all increase in traffic. If you can have top position on search engine results page, that definitely means that more and more customers searching for content relevant to your topic niche, your content niche, are likely to click on your particular page. Now, this is a way to organically improve your visibility, your brand appearance, and your website appearance on the search engine result page, which means you don't have to spend any money, you don't have to pay on any kind of ads. What you're doing is, or maybe what you are investing in is developing good quality content on the website. And if the website crawlers realize that your content is the best suited one, best matched one to the queries that customers are generating, your website will definitely feature in the top results. And research suggests that 70% of users who are there on search engines looking for information and typing in search queries are likely to click on the top 5 organic search results than on any ads or any subsequent entries. So definitely it's a great way to increase traffic and bring most relevant kind of users to your website. It's also very cost effective and can be considered as an affordable and effective marketing strategy when you work with the right professionals, because it targets users who are actively looking for your products and services online, and therefore you are not really wasting your money in PPC campaigns which just are not effective enough, or paying for clicks which never resulted in actual leads or conversions. So the cost effectiveness is justified by a long-term viability and value adding content which is generated for your website, which can drive traffic, which can generate leads, and which can convert these leads over a long period of time. It also means that your site usability increases, because if you're optimizing your content, it means that you were taking care of using the right appropriate content niche for your website. You are researching the keywords which are of relevance. You are building your content around those search queries, search phrases, keywords that your customers are using to find solutions like yours, and you are developing content on your website which can be of value to your customer. So the more your customers will use your website, the more value would be there for you to keep on improving it, keep on developing its site architecture, its links, its pages, and make it easier to access and navigate for your customers. Then website optimization also means that you can expect increased return on investment over a long period of time, because once again, this is the kind of investment that you make in generating valuable knowledge resources as well as intellectual property, that is your website. And the direct impact that you have on your business is in terms of improved brand visibility, and you can measure that in terms of the increased traffic, increased customer engagement, more number of queries generated, leads generated. And this is something which you can do for a long and consistent period of time, as compared to your search engine marketing campaigns or social media campaigns, which are usually restricted by a budget and therefore are time bound. Then it also offers a lot of flexibility to you, because website optimization is an ongoing process, and the benefit of flexibility means that even though you do something wrong today, you have the flexibility to retract it, correct it, improve your website almost on a real time basis, and it gives a dynamic nature to the overall web property that you're creating. It is also possible to customize a number of targeted campaigns to reach diverse audiences as your organizational needs involve through an optimized website. That means there can be something for every one of your target customers, and your particular website need not have to be very focused on just a single target market segment, as is usually the case with the ad campaigns or the marketing campaigns that you otherwise run. So your website can have a more broader reach and a more broader appeal to various target segments, and that can only happen if it is properly optimized. Now, web content optimization process is not a single step process. It's an ongoing process with several steps. As I said earlier, it is also known as search engine optimization, and therefore the logic behind most of the steps of web content optimization and search engine optimization process is by looking at things from the point of view of a search engine web crawler. So how will a search engine find you? How will a search engine index your website? How will it rank it? And how will it ensure that your website is listed in the top results on a search engine page? You have to think from that angle for the process to emerge and for you to take the right steps at the right time. And therefore, it is called a search engine optimization process most of the time. It has several steps that need to be followed cyclically. That means it's an ongoing thing. You don't do the keyword research analysis just once. You usually set up a schedule to keep going back to it on a monthly basis or on a quarterly basis. Then you create web content which can deliver optimum user experience and contribute to brand visibility on search engines organically. So as a result of this process, what you hope to do is create lasting value adding content for your users, as well as make it possible for search engine to appropriately allocate the right value and the right ranking to your website. Now, it begins with an initial analysis of the market, understanding where your customers are, who your customers are, what exactly is it that they're looking for, what are the search queries they are using for finding solutions like yours. Based on that, you do a keyword research and analysis. Then you see what your competitors are doing with the same kind of keywords, what kind of content they have developed, how they have shaped their website. Or if you don't have any competitors, maybe look at close substitutes or alternatives and see the kind of content they have put on their website and what is driving the best possible results. Then you develop your sitemap and you set up a RSS feed or a subscription option on your website. So basically the idea is, through the sitemap you want to make it easy for the search engines to index your pages, website pages, and through the RSS feed inclusion, you want that the customers who have visited your website, liked your content, should keep coming back and have a connection with your new updates and find your upcoming content easily. The next step is search engine and directory submission, which is something that is a way to generate inbound links. So you want more and more customers to find your website through different sources and land upon your homepage or landing page and then explore your site. So for that to happen, the links to your website have to be there where customers are. So these could be various directories, these could be search engine, these could be content forums, these could be article submission sites, these could be platforms for press release, this could be social media platforms, which as you can see is the next steps in the search engine optimization process, that is social bookmarking. So you try to achieve that, and you want to go to platforms where people bookmark their preferred sites, and you want to achieve that for your website. Now, for that to happen, your knowledge resources have to be really strong and really relevant for your target customers. Then you can also set up blogs and time to time release press releases and news bits to keep your customers informed about the latest happenings of your brand. Then you can also create articles for external sources and submit them in various free as well as paid platforms that allow you to promote your website in lieu of submission of unique content. And again, a great way to generate inbound links for your website. Now, then you check your link popularity from time to time, see which inbound links are giving you the best traffic, and then focus more on them. You also check your SERP reports from time to time. Now, as far as the SERP report, initial analysis, maybe RSS feed and sitemap, directory submissions, social bookmarking is concerned, as a content marketer, you will not likely be involved in this. The link popularity study, the SERP report study, again, you may not be really involved in this. But as far as keyword research and analysis is concerned, competitor analysis is concerned, blogs and press release creation, article submission is concerned, a content marketer or a content marketing function is directly responsible for generating intellectual property for these activities, and therefore driving value as well as achieving KPIs out of these activities. So let's try to understand the content marketer's role in optimization. You begin by first of all including keywords in your metadata and text. That means whatever metadata you are putting on every single page of your website, whatever meta tags, whatever meta titles, whatever meta descriptions are there, they are the ones which a search engine crawler, any algorithm uses to understand what is the content given on the rest of the page. So as a content marketer, you have to figure out what metadata will go on each page of the website. Remember to include important keywords in this metadata as well as the rest of the text on the website. Then include internal links and do social media linking for your website. Internal linking we'll discuss a little bit more detail in the subsequent videos also. But what you need to do is that connect the different pages on the website by giving related information in the content, and then linking content on one page with another page, thereby allowing customers to explore the website in a more natural manner. Similarly, you can give social media links on your homepage, on your blog pages, on other pages of the website to create a very omni-channel kind of experience for your customers, wherein when they're learning about your product, when they're happy with your solutions, and when they really want to stay connected with the brand, on the same website platform itself, they have ways to suddenly start following the social media platforms, social media accounts of the brand, and stay connected, more engaged with the brand. Then image tagging and JavaScript rendering is another important aspect of what a content marketer has to do to ensure that the website content is optimized. Now, if the content marketing function is responsible for managing the content management system, the CMS platform or the CMS tool that the company uses, and the digital marketing function is sort of not interfering in that, then image tagging and JavaScript rendering is managed by the content marketers. But very often what happens is that when you're creating a content as a content marketer, or getting it created through your freelance partners or your agency partners, you are only taking brief descriptions of the images as well as the JavaScript media that you are putting into your content. And the tagging part of the thing is usually taken care by the designer or the developer, who's responsible for finally uploading or publishing the content. But as a content marketer, you should be knowing how it is done and why it is done. Then, knowledge resources on trending content topics within the niche is something that is then the ongoing passion project of most content marketers, and it has to be something that helps them achieve their content marketing objectives. Then, regular updating of the website is also something that is the content marketer's role, and it is done by improving the text copy, by improving the tags, sometimes including new hashtags, new links on the page, building more inbound links, building more relevant internal links, sometimes contributing the latest updates. For example, in the current times, if COVID-19 is affecting businesses, then a regular update on the website could be how the business is performing during the COVID situation. So this is something which you have to remember, that as a content marketer you'll be responsible for doing for website content optimization. Now, it begins with matching keywords with the content niche. If you remember, in the previous chapter we discussed how to select the content niche, how to understand that what topics to write about, what business you are in, and what kind of information, what kind of content your customer is seeking, and therefore building your content around that particular niche of topics. So once you are starting with the website optimization process, you have to go back to the roots, remember the content niche that you selected, and then start matching the keywords that you are going to either insert in the existing content or build new content around with this content niche. Keyword research is the first step, and therefore what tools you can use to do this could be Google Keyword Planner, which is a free tool, RFs, Moz, SEMrush, and there are a number of other keyword research tools available out there, which could be your best friends as content marketer. Then keywords should be matched with the content niche while retaining rankability and relevance, which brings us to the tripod rule of keyword research. The ideal keyword for your business, for your long-term content creation requirement and content curation requirement should be popular, rankable, and relevant. So the keyword should have high enough search volume. That means more than a few hundreds of people should be searching for these kind of keywords, and therefore there are chances that anyone or any thousands of people who are searching for that keyword are likely to then find your website. So they have to be sufficiently popular. High volume searches means that more traffic for your website is guaranteed if you have sufficient keyword frequency. Then keywords should also be rankable. The SEO difficulty isn't too high for your website, meaning that while it is advisable to have long tail keywords, so they shouldn't be just a single word, they should be 3-4 words, and should be more suited to the search queries which your customers are running. They shouldn't be so difficult, they shouldn't be so rare and unique that the search engine as well as the customers are not able to understand what exactly those keywords stand for, and not really able to find them and access them, or any content built around that kind of keyword. Then they should definitely be relevant. The search intent should comply with your content, meaning that whatever your customer is searching for, your keywords should not be misleading. The keywords that you have inserted in your website shouldn't just be there to drive traffic. Customers who are searching for a particular type of information should find your website with the help of those keywords, and then once on your website they should find the rest of the content to be relevant and in sync with the keywords that you used, thereby spending some time on your website, exploring your solutions, understanding your value proposition, and not just leaving the website because they didn't like or they didn't find what they were looking for. So that is how you select the right keywords during your keyword research. What you can do is have a keyword research process standardized for your content marketing team. Even if you're a single person who's responsible for content marketing in a company, you can have the standard process for every time you have to go back to basics and do new keyword research to come up with new content ideas for your content campaigns. You start by defining broad level keywords which match your content niche. Then you use keyword search tools like the ones we discussed, like Keyword Planner, Moz, SEMrush, RFs, to get keyword suggestions. As you can see in the image at the bottom of the page, most of these tools give you a lot of insights, a lot of information associated with every keyword that you're searching. For instance, let's say the broad category of keyword which is searched here is music. Under that, keywords that are generated are YouTube Music, Google Play Music, and just music. For every keyword generated in this manner, the search tool which is used here is showing the search volume, then the expected cost per click. The cost per click is relevant for search engine marketing campaign, but it also tells you how popular this keyword is with your competitors. So a high CPC, let's say of 0.45, means that a lot of your competitors are using this keyword in their own websites also. So it gives you an indication whether you should be using it and how frequently you should be using it in your website content. Then there is information like the return rate, there is information like the toughness or the difficulty level of the keyword, which can help you decide the most relevant, most searched short and long tail keywords which you should be using in your content. Once you have created a list of keywords that are of importance to you, you can then start creating and curating content around these selected keywords. You can also filter keywords on the basis of, let's say, the number of words which are in the keyword phrase, or on the basis of search volume. So it totally depends on you what are the attributes that you want to give preference to. But remember, for great content to be developed and for your website to be optimized with this content, this is step one, and this cannot be avoided, this cannot be skipped. So you have to do it very carefully and make it as scientific, as systematic as possible. For you'll be coming back to this step again and again, and every time there are changes in your market, there are changes in your business, this is something which you'll have to get back to. So you need to learn this, and you need to start doing it from the get-go. Then, how to include keywords in your website content. Now, on-page keyword placement is very important for creating content that is meaningful and valuable for your customers, and that is easily searchable as well as understandable by the search engines. So, where all can you insert keywords on a website page? This here is a typical example of web page wherein you can insert keyword first of all in the meta description of the page, the title itself. You can put the keyword in the headings that you are including on the web page. You can include keywords and the variations of keywords, which are also, by the way, searchable by the search engine crawlers in the headings, as well as in the text that you're building in your website. If possible, you can also include keywords in the last paragraph, some summary paragraphs. Then if you are adding any kind of images in the alternative text that you have to provide along with the images, can also contain keywords. You can also provide title and description of the author or of the business or any additional relevant information which could be part of the header or footer of the page. And you can also include some keywords in these. The idea here is not to overpopulate the content with keyword, but to include sufficient amount of keyword frequency and density so that your page can naturally and organically rank high on the search engine results page. Now, we talked briefly about the alt text of images. We'll be discussing it in a bit of detail further on. The idea is that your page should naturally be providing a content that is keyword rich, yet have relevant information, meaningful information for the customer. And it's not just easy to find, but is also something which is providing value to your customer. Here's a real example of how keyword inclusion can look like in a good page. As you can see here, the keyword Google mobile friendly update is included in the title. Then further down when the text is going, you can see mobile friendly ranking algorithm is a variation of the keyword which is included in a link form. Then mobile friendly seems to be the broad category keyword which the company is using, and therefore mobile friendly pages, Google's mobile search results are other keywords which are included. Then you can also see mobile friendly test tool is yet another keyword usage, and again it has been converted into an anchor text for an internal link on the website. Mobile friendliness, then again the Google's mobile friendly update is in the concluding paragraph. So what is happening here is from beginning to end, mobile friendly update, Google's mobile friendly update, which is the main keyword, has been sufficiently captured, and variations of it have been also sufficiently captured in the web page. So it's not impossible to do. It is difficult to do with existing content because you have to sometimes completely rewrite the sentences or sometimes insert keywords in place of other words which may have already existed there. It is, however, much more easier to do and much more natural to do when you're creating new content for the website, and therefore most content marketers prefer to focus keyword inclusion and building content around keywords for the knowledge resources that they build for a website instead of the other web pages, which are the about page, the jobs page, or the product page. But what is advisable is to have sufficient keyword density on these important website pages also, and not just include them in the knowledge resource pages. Now, let's get back to that point which we were discussing earlier, which is adding of alt tags to media. This is another way of optimizing the website content because what happens is that search engine crawlers find it difficult to read the images or understand what the image is about. Even though you provide a title or a description and a caption to the image, what makes it really easy for a search engine crawler to understand what the image is about is the alternative text. That is a field which you can populate while uploading any image on your website. So from the content marketing and content development perspective, when you are designing content and planning content for your website, for any kind of web page, you have to remember that the alt text has to be populated. And once again, you have to remember that the relevant keywords can be inserted here. The relevant keywords can be used to actually build the alt text, making it the search engine crawlers very easy to understand what the image is all about, and therefore presenting it in the top results in the search engine pages when a customer searches for this kind of information. So this is also something that when you are preparing content and presenting it to the designer for uploading on the website. This is also something that you can provide in along with the content, the main content, and tell them where it goes. Obviously they will know, but as a content marketer, you should be ensuring that this is sufficiently captured in the content that you're creating. So that's about website optimization, especially from a content marketer's point of view. Next up, we'll talk about submissions and link building. Until then, thank you.